is Win News.
Tonight, one person killed in an early morning Dallacombe crash. Plans to boost employment in Maryborough. And record crowds flock to the Ballarat Beat Rockabilly Festival. Good evening, I'm Alexia, Boland. Also tonight, a man drowns off the coast near Warrnambool. Police are tonight continuing to investigate a fatal crash in the Ballarat suburb of Dallacombe in the early hours of this morning. Officers say a red Holden sedan was travelling the wrong way along a service road off Sutton Street at around 1 o'clock when it crashed into a parked truck. Police are still working to identify the victim, who was dead when paramedics arrived at the scene. They're calling for anyone with information to contact Crime Stoppers. A 69-year-old Warrnambool man has drowned after his boat was found overturned off the coast near Viaduct Road at around 8:45 p.m. last night. The man was found 50 metres from his boat. Attempts were made to resuscitate him, but he was pronounced dead at the scene. Coast Guard Victoria is taking strike action after rejecting a recommendation from the Marine Rescue Services inquiry to direct all funding to Transport Safety Victoria. Data used in the inquiry showed Victorian Coast Guard responds to 40% of marine incidents, with the Water Police attending to 41% too. Coming up next on Win News, calls for tougher penalties for importing asbestos, and a national burnout competition wows Ballarat crowds. The Asbestos Council of Victoria has called on the federal government to introduce tougher penalties for those guilty of importing the dangerous substance. A Senate inquiry into the issue resumed today, and the council says it's vital the findings are put into action. Dogs have been dubbed man's best friend for generations, but a recent study has shown owners have been putting their lives at risk. Residents say something as simple as taking your family pet for a walk in the wrong location could kill them. And it's been another big weekend in sport, and with all the details, Wes Cusworth joins me now.
Alexia, thank you very much. Coming up tonight, Wendouree keeps its finals hopes alive and the Miners imports jet into town. Fifth-placed Wendouree remains in touch with finals following Saturday's defeat of North Ballarat in Ballarat cricket. The Red Caps had the Roosters 5 for 87 in their second innings, but couldn't execute the outright result. Ballarat Miners import Ernest Ross says he is fully recovered from an Achilles tendon injury that cut short his NBL career with the Perth Wildcats. The Guam-born American citizen flew into the country this morning, eager to entertain the Miners faithful. Champion jockey Damien Oliver has joined forces with top trainer Peter Moody to win the $50,000 Colac Cup. Ancient King jumped from barrier 1 and the victory cemented a winning treble for Oliver, who was riding at Colac for the first time. And Alexia, that's all in sport for tonight.
Wonderful, thanks very much, Wes. Weather is coming up next after the break. Then Sovereign Hills celebrates Chinese New Year. Welcome back. After a hot weekend, temperatures cooled across the region today, but skies remain mostly sunny. Let's take a closer look at the details. A top of 23 degrees in Ballarat, similar conditions across to Colac, some showers about the region there in the south, and around 24 degrees the top for Lake Boland, similar conditions all the way through to Horsham. To the satellite, low cloud streaming over western and southern Victoria with an approaching cold front is generating isolated light showers. Skies are clear over the north and east of the state under a weakening high pressure ridge. On the synoptic chart now, an intense low pressure system will pass south of Tasmania later tonight, with an associated cold front crossing Bass Strait and moving across southern parts of Victoria. The low will generate brisk winds and showers too. Winds at the coast tomorrow will be southwesterly up to 25 knots, shifting southerly in the afternoon. Checking the rest of tomorrow's forecast now, it will remain cool with morning showers expected for southern and central areas. 19 degrees on the way for Lake Boland, 20 so slightly warmer for Ararat, 21 at the top at Stawell and a top of around 24 for Nil. In Ballarat, a possible early shower, clear in the afternoon, just 18 degrees. Down in Melbourne, cloudy with a high chance of showers, similar conditions for 19 degrees too. In the days ahead to the outlook, Wednesday, widespread rain across most of Western Victoria, but the Wimmera will be dry still. By Thursday, cloudy with the slight chance of rain across most areas, around 27 degrees expected in Horsham, 23 the top in Ballarat. And then for Friday, it will be remaining quite cool and cloudy before warming up into the weekend, a top of 24 degrees expected in Ballarat, around 25 in Hamilton. And finally tonight, Ballarat's Sovereign Hill has joined forces with the city's Chinese Australian Cultural Society to celebrate the start of the Chinese New Year. Chinese dragons put on a colourful display at the tourist attractions temple yesterday as part of the special ceremony. Visitors had the chance to get close and personal with the dragons during the performance, offering food. Sovereign Hill also offered a range of other activities to recognise its Chinese links and celebrate the Year of the Fire Monkey. And that's how we saw news in Western Victoria this Monday. Join us again tomorrow night from 7 o'clock, and you can also follow us on Twitter and on Facebook. Thank you for watching Win Television. Have a great night.
This has been a Win News presentation from Win, Australia's #1 regional television network.